Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. This is probably going to reach you a little bit late this evening because, well, I just started a new job, so not nearly as much time for recording. And uploads and stuff are going to be a little bit later. So, we are playing some Mono Black Control in Explorer today. Trying out Gix and Ashnod. It's Ashnod. So, I have played a couple games with this deck. In this deck, Ashnod is really just sort of here to give us and the second ability, or third, I guess if you count Death Touch as number one, is what we're looking for. Just the ability to grind the game out late. That's what we're trying to do. Other than that, being a 1-1 with Death Touch for 1 is pretty nice, because nobody wants to spend a removal spell on that. And then maybe you can get in for a couple of hits with Gix on the battle when you drop a Gix. So that's sort of what Ashnod's doing in the deck. That's the one card that I think looks the strangest. And, you know, with that out of the way, we're just going to jump into games and see what happens. You know, we got all the good mono black cards, so hopefully we can just sort of grind it out. Yep, this looks good. One. Did you want to trade? No? They're looking at like... two. You know, this start looks aggressive. I'll be honest. Like it looks spooky aggressive, but it's not. Gix. 3. Trade? Yay! Like I said, this looks super aggressive, but we're not generally an aggressive deck, right? We are gonna have to try and trade with that. Oh, okay, they just have more. So they don't care. We take the mammoth. Loop. Death Touch. And the removal's a fight spell, so that's just difficult for them. Oh no. Oh my gosh, the top deck there. That's insane. I mean, they're just being real dumb. Oh, they didn't want to make it. They didn't want to make it day. I guess I don't know. No, Frond. This is not the result you wanted. They're just holding onto this tail swipe like it's nobody's business. Okay, well. We decline this. The card in our hand is good. I mean, I'm just amazed. They could have killed this like 4 turns ago, but they just don't understand. I don't know. It's very strange. To be clear, this version of Ronus is one that does not care. No blocks? Okay. So we can drop the Trespasser in and eat the Scoos and like a pack leader. Drain them for 2. They probably do fight that, though. They looked at the Celestis. Interesting. I want to play Castle. I'm just going to fire off Invoke Despair. Because they can double pump the Llanowar Elves, right? So we have to go no attacks. Right, because if they double pump the Llanowar... Actually, we could double attack. Sack the Glutton. Because they could pump the Llanowar Elves again, and then block with Ronas. But they haven't shown that they know what Ronas does. Or that they know that Ronas is actually a creature. Right now. I don't think that's worth it, because it would drain them for 2, hit them for 2 with lifelink, and then the next turn we just get bashed to death. So no, I think we're good. Oh, that's so bad for them. That's just a mistake, my dude. Yeah, this doesn't give +1/+1 if it's not their turn. So if we Gix swing, they can kill the Gix, but they don't get +1/+1. They don't die though. The steel leaf doesn't die to it. So yeah, I think we have to just attack first before Gix. And then we're gonna hive. I mean, I guess they can still just do that. Gix. And drawing a card's just better. So we'll pass. That's annoying. They're consistently looking at the Celestis like it's scaring them. Or something. I don't know. Trying to not get it to flip back. I don't know. That's really not relevant. I have plenty of card draw regardless, so... we can Gix them. Gix them for 3. It's unlikely that that's gonna really... How much is that? Oh, I hate that it covers that up. It's covering up the Celestis, so I have to do math. 5, 6, 7... We could Thoughtseize first, or we could Gix him for 3. Let's just Gix him for 3. Whee! Oh! Cool. Donk. But now we have no good attacks because they can pump the ooze and block with Ronos. Like, can they just eat 2 things? Yeah. So Takenuma wasn't going to be any good because they have the Skoos. They go to 7, sure. Oh, 8, yeah. That's just bad for us to do now. Oh, we can activate the pack leader, and they don't. They probably don't know. Yeah. This should be. there's a push too. That's beautiful. It's a little unfortunate. We're one short Coco. Well, that's less impactful than what I thought you were going to do. Oh my gosh. I can push this ooze and now you can't block with your Ronus. So you just subtracted blockers. So Path of Peril is definitely in here. I don't know why they sat on that. And we can bring in Kalidas. I mean, I guess what don't we need? Bloodchief's Thirst. Bloodchief's Thirst is still nice. Still fine. It's always the hardest part, is like, what do you cut here? Cling to Dust is pointless against them. It's just gain 3 life once, and then... Like, this is really good against control, where you now have a repeatable source of card draw coming out of your graveyard. Thoughtseize can take out, like, Cocos and stuff. Mono green, let's, like, how do you board against Mono Green Stompy? Let's trim Thoughtseizes and a freaking Invoke, because Invoke is not good against the elves. Right, they're gonna go wide enough. They should go wide enough that it's not gonna hit anything super relevant. Like, it'll hit an elf, and that's not a critical component for them. Well, this is a hand. I may actually keep this. It looks dumb, but like Fatal Push an elf. No, I should mulligan this. This is dumb. This is a little slow against Stompy. Yeah, I think this is probably too slow against Stompy. This is good. This is a good 5. We have to keep the 3rd land, right? So we just put back Ashnod. Oh, come on. Really? The Murderous Rider or the Path of Peril? Like, I know we just brought in the Path of Peril, but I think here an early removal spell and a Murderous Rider is better than, like, potential sweeper for little things later. Okay, and they didn't even have an elf, so that was definitely the correct call. They had nothing. We've drawn nothing but lands. I should have put them, like, if I'd put a land back, we would have an Ashnod or a Path of Peril. look, my 1/1 Death Touch. Would you like to fight it? I guess they get the double land there. But they're already like a deck that just is full of friggin' threes, so it doesn't, you know, once they get to 4 or 5 or 6 mana, like this is not what am I trying to say? So we could bank on them not having elves and just double spell here, Murderous Rider, Bloodchief Thirst, the 1/1. Because they didn't have an elf for the longest time. They didn't have an elf to open the game, so I'm thinking about that. Alternatively, could just kill the 5/5 and then run out the Rider on a future turn. It just doesn't. It's just not like neither one of these is efficient. I guess we should probably just kill the 5/5. Like if they do have an elf or something, they can fire. Oh, they can fire up Lair. Yeah. Which, granted, it's like a 3 or it's a 2 mana. 5/5 may attack you. Oh my god. Ronos, like, actually just wins them the game. But they don't know that, so we're just gonna let it ride. This Takenuma is useless as anything but a land. Scavenging Ooze makes sure of that. I don't think we can cast no spells. I think we have to go... Well, let's make it night. Yeah, let's make it night. Pitch the swamp. Run out the Rider. I mean, kind of just Skoos plus Ronis. This hand just beats us. Because, like, they just had mono fatties. And there's... So we do have one Path of Peril in the deck that could come up next turn. 3, okay. So rather than give something trample... yeah. They're being tricky with skews because they do know how this works. I think we have to do this anyway. Well, that's terrible. But we still just die here. They fire up the lair for like 6 or 5. You know, whatever, doesn't matter. That was not it. Yeah, that's 14. Okay, that's lethal. So bad draw from us. Against mono fatties, right? On top of them actually understanding how their cards work this game. Oh, hey, look, a keepable 7-card hand. Here we go. What you got? A troll. No troll. The rest of that does nothing without a troll. So, we're just going to run it like that. It would be nice to draw a land next turn. Would you like to cameo safekeeping your own land? Yeah, that's a valid play, but not recommended. That's not a land. Not a land. Now we're in a very rough spot because they are drawing live to all sorts of things. Okay. That'll resolve. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fine. And there's the card that wins the game. We need to draw 3 lands in 1 turn. So, and be able to play them. Like a fast bond and 3 lands. No. Draw a tap land. I mean, I guess we can push the troll. No, we can't push the troll because they've got the safekeeping. So here, yeah, we can. We push the troll to get the safekeeping out. They're going to play the Boseiju as a land. Push the troll, get that safekeeping out here. Protect your troll. Oh, joy. Okay. Rest in peace, your creatures. Oh, come on. I mean, they are that kind of a deck. So. This should turn off one of their 5/5s. Whereas, like, Shelly doesn't. And is vulnerable to that Master's Rebuke, so. Yeah. Oh my god. The top decks. So that was just an unfortunate, like, we didn't draw our 3rd land for a couple of turns, and they got ahead of us. Yeah, Ronus is just an absolute monster of a card. in that mono green stompy deck. Like, ideally, we'd be able to, like, sweep them and then make them sacrifice it, but we just didn't have the draw for that, right? It's definitely possible for us to do, so. It's definitely possible for us to win that match. We just didn't have it that time. I should have noticed Karuga. This is fires, so this is gonna be. They're not gonna do anything. Well, they're gonna stomp the Ashnod, and then turn 3 Bone Crusher. Maybe not. Maybe they won't. Crusher. Are they gonna buy? They're gonna cycle. Okay. Well, so here's a tip for you. Even if you're desperate, if you have your land drop, down for the turn, do not cycle on your own main phase. Even if you're on Karuga Fires, like, and that's also not good. We've only got, yeah. So we're on 4 this turn. That's actually really good. I hate this card. I hate this card so much. It's because they're beholden to maintain the sanctity of paper that this card still exists as it was printed. This card is obscenity. Oh, look, Kenny. That card, too. That card is also a piece of garbage. Yeah, so Kenny also dies.
Violence is necessary to set things right. You will serve me well.
Yeah, they entered full control or full stop there too late. Yeah, that's fine.
Without me, we're all doomed.
So this goes Bone Crusher, Lockdown, and deals 2. And then we hit them, and they die. World's most expensive shock. Congratulations on killing yourself further? You have 2 floating Sheoldred triggers. Oh, look. So they're tilted about Sheoldred. I'm tilted about Omnath. Everybody's tilted. It's a wonderful world to live in. We need Feed the Swarms. They will probably kill us, but we need them. They must be in. Fatal Push is not super great. Everything they have is over 3 mana in terms of creatures. So we have to turn on Revolt for Fatal Push to be good. I'm potentially thinking about cutting it entirely, bringing in Kalitas. Thought Distortion's too slow against this deck. It's not like there are a bunch of counter spells hanging out in their hand. Or graveyard spells, so... yeah, I'm going to cut the last Fatal Push and bring in a Kalitas. That's a debatable swap. Like, having the instant speed push could be useful if they play like an Omnath and kill one of our things. But other than that, like, we're counting on attacking into their stuff. To get that to flip. So this is good. Let me see what you got. Double Bone Crusher. Oof. I'm going to take the Cavalier. I'm going to just have to deal with the Bone Crushers, I guess. So this Ashnod can just hang out on our hand for a while. Etherborn. You know what's great about Etherborn? It doesn't get stomped. They're just going to run out of Bone Crusher. Sorry, Sonny. That one's going away. They should just run out another one if they thought that that was a good play last turn. So this gets them to 4. If this puts out an Omnath... Okay, that's not Omnath mana. I'm gonna get a little greedy here. I'm gonna Gix pre-combat. They could have something. They could just be holding full control. Nope, they have a Leyline Binding. Cool. If they have a second Leyline Binding, then what the heck were you waiting for? Again, we're just going to hold this and try and get them to play out that Bone Crusher so they don't get the value off it, of having that extra card draw. And them cracking these is very nice for us because it's less chances for Omnath to be absolutely insane. Double Stomp. Really? Okay.
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will.
Yay!
Blood for knowledge, a fair trade.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I mean, they know, but it's still so good. Like, they double stomped our Aetherborn to get value out of their giants, which leaves them with no giants. I mean, you do understand, like, how bad that is for you, right? They'll probably sweep us here.
You can deal with my servant.
That's alright, though. Think to kill the Gix. Kenny! Trample and haste, we can double block. They kill Gix. And we're still up a Sorin. Or we can not block. Okay. I'm kind of liking the no blocks here.
Things have not gone my way.
Yeah, brother, that's okay. Yeah, this is fine. They do go to 1 here, so it is possible for them to, like, potentially recover. I think. Or survive. Like, they could go Omnath, Passage, Crackit, Giant, and they're alive. Because they go to 5 and 2 blockers. I guess we could just activate Gix and throw their deck at them at that point. I'm gonna say this. You have no idea how happy it makes me to beat Karuga Fires. Just beating Omnath. Beating that stupid Omnath. Makes me so happy. They're probably tilted off the face of the planet because they got beat up by this mono black pile. Mono black pile beats the Omnath deck. And there's salt roping. We drew pretty well. I'll be honest, like that was a pretty good draw from us. Oh, what do we do for the Rubbins? I will not cast your deck. One more time, yes. One more. I'm having a good time with this deck, so I'm going to play one more game. Yeah, in the dark, this is fine. You know? Maybe they're aggro and we immediately die. Oh, that's a watery grave. Okay, that's like blue-black. Okay, blue-black tempo. We're probably dead. Could be like blue-black control, but we're probably dead, let's be honest. Ledger Shredder is really, really bad. And they're a blue deck getting to untap and leave their stuff just like hanging around. I'm gonna jam Trespasser into their counterspell because all right, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Y'all can maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe they've got nothing. Maybe they kept a hand with Ledger Shredder and nothing. They're gonna what? So it's Grixis. It's Grixis because they got the Xander's Lounge. All right. So our Trespasser resolved last turn. I can't imagine that they just let it happen. So I'm going to try running out of Shelly. Yeah, I didn't think they just let it happen. I think they genuinely didn't have a way to deal with it on the stack. They have an instant of some description. Maybe like a Fading Hope. They could have like a Spell Pierce maybe? I don't know. I'm going to play Celestis. I'm just playing a guessing game of like what's in their hand, and I have no idea. Just eat the devil. That's the thing with Grixis control, is you have no idea what they're doing. Well, that's desperate. They didn't even try to save it, so yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Fatal Push. What do they discard here? Croxa. Okay. Well, this has to take Invoke, I think, yeah. I'm gonna loot here. Push is good, but Takenuma can rebuy us a Sheoldred. So I'm gonna pitch the push. Draw for turn, play Gix. And pass, rebuy Shelly. On their end step. Oh, they didn't pitch anything. They could have pitched and bought back the... No, because they don't have the thing. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, rebuy Shelly. They didn't have the second red source. We could get back Sorin. I'm not, like, not sold on that. Let's take Shelly. So, unfortunately, we can't both fire up our Hive and grasp them. I don't think that's necessary, though. I think Infernal Grasp, swing with Gix, draw a card, play the... Yeah, Infernal Grasp, play the Shelly. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. Okay, I guess we get to play everything. Do we want to play everything? On 5. This flips next turn. Yeah. Untapped red source gets them back Croxa here, which is a little annoying. Okay, that's quite frustrating. Super frustrating. I'm going to go in with both. We're going to eat the Croxa, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. They'll probably trade with the Gix. Okay, that is just... strange. People do weird stuff. This is really weird. That's a swamp. Gixum? Yeah. Sure. Swing with Gix likely prompts a trade. No, I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna chill. It's land from them. They eat the Etherborn. Little do they know, our only... No. This one... is actually good. And we all in them... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and they die. So they were choked on red mana, but that said, they're not like a heavy red deck. Like they had Bedevil, Croxa, and Fable, and they got to play basically all of that. The tempo was pretty bad for them, but they got to play it, so. We could bring in the Unlicensers to fight a couple of things. We fight Croxa, we fight Corpse Appraisers. And their Graveyard Trespassers. And then like Kalidas. Again, like Cling to Dust is not very good here because, well, no, Cling is fine. They are a graveyard-based deck. Again, the question comes to, like, what do we cut here? I guess Gifted Aetherborn, because it's not that... not all that in a bag of potato chips against a deck that's relatively slow anyway. No. My problem is they're very much like us. So, grinding is their game. Let's trim Shelly's, cut an Invoke, and go one Hearse. Like, it's not a silver bullet against them, it's just, it's good to fight against some of what they have. That sideboarding was probably wrong, right? I was down to 30 seconds and just made some decisions. Thoughtseize. Whatever. They took the Tenacious Underdog, which means that they have something that's going to eat that on turn 3. took the Trespasser, which means they have something that's gonna, yeah, they're gonna come down with a Graveyard Trespasser of their own right now, or a Corpse Appraiser. No? Well, you know about the Fatal Push. So the only possible reason they could have for that is they need the Fatal Push out of my hand for something else. Kalitas comes down. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have played the Hive, because we would have 5 next turn. I guess you can just run out Kalitas, but then they'll probably have a removal spell and kill it. Right? So we just do nothing. It's so much worse for us to run out the Kalitas and have it die than it is for... I mean, why do that now? You didn't show us counter spells in the last game, and you didn't show us that you were... You're not like an instant speed deck. You're not a counterspell deck. You're running a bunch of sorceries and nonsense. Let's bring up this guy. Draw a card. Whoo! They are cycling. You want to give me the card draw now? I'll take it now. We're going to eat their Kalitas. They could have a way to rebuy. Like, they could have a Takenuma in there. Nicol Bolas.
All will bow before Nicol Bolas. Your existence is pointless.
Okay.
I will return one day.
Yeah, just grind it out. Just a quick recap of that game. Our opponent thought sees this twice to start this off. This illustrates to all of you, I hope, that a pile of good cards does not a deck make. I'm sure there are games where it's a ton of fun, but there are also games like this where you just get run over by Mono Black or Rakdos or whatever. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I should probably be breaking up these episodes more, but I was just having fun, so I just kept it running. But yeah, you know, and like I said, this is probably going up later than usual. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back next time. See some more ridiculous action. I am super happy this deck works. I have been having very little success with much else. So Have a good one.